Yo, it is the one and only, the infamous, the notorious at Chap 13, and we are here to get white girl wasted while I spill the tea as to how I got banned from Akeome 2024. I ain't even gonna hesitate. I'm just gonna get right into it. Kampai. So, this story begins in late 2023. I knew someone who invited me to this con. I first heard about this con while I was at Midwest Fur Fest 2023. And I was informed that it is a 21 plus con hosted in the greater Minneapolis area of Minnesota. And the reason it's a 21 plus con is so that there's no noise complaints, no worries about minors drinking. Adults are free to do as they will. Of course, it piqued my interest considering the genre of music that I make. I was unemployed at the time, surviving on what I make via music and after dark content. I wanted to go to check it out. However, I just didn't have the funds for that. This individual invited me to go along with them because they have a friend that drives. Because the hardest thing for me, honestly, was getting there. Because Chicago to Minneapolis, it's an Amtrak. It's not super expensive, but when you're unemployed, any little thing matters. So, I tossed the idea out of my head. Granted, this con is hosted New Year's weekend. So the weekend before New Year's. Last year, 2023, I think it was 26th to the 28th. And, I tossed the idea out of my head. But then after some rational thought, I was like, nah, I can't swing it. Because they were willing to give me the ride for free and a badge for free, but I had to pay like $70 towards the room. And at that point in time, I was like, nah, I think I should just skip it. So I told them, nah, I can't make it this time. I am so fucking glad I did not go. That would have been a total nightmare. And I'm gonna explain why. The person that invited me is a total SJW piece of shit. Like the type that will intentionally go after people and try to cancel them for the most stupid fucking reasons. And I don't fuck with that. Yes, I'm a leftist. Yes, I'm gay. Yes, I'm Asian. However, I don't fuck with SJWs. Never have, never will. That's just not me. I consider myself the anti-hero of leftists. Because let's be real, both sides got some fucked up ideas. All sides got some fucked up ideas. That's just not who I am. I want total equality. They want some weird misandry, queer supremacy, fucking everything is rape bullshit. That's not what I want. So back to the plot. I passed up the chance to go to Akeome, formerly known as a HegalCon, in 2023. They decided to change their name from a HegalCon to Akeome because they got too much flack about the term ahegao. I'm Japanese. I am from Shinjuku, Tokyo, Japan. And I'm gonna tell you right now, ahegao is not fucking racist. It's not misogynist. It's not whatever the fuck these losers decided to say it is. It's a term that literally just translates to sex space. And unless there's some memo that I'm unaware of, that's not fucking racially exclusive. That's not gender exclusive. We all got a fucking sex face. Yes, is it associated with hentai? Absolutely. There is a very stereotypical ahegao face in hentai, which the term is most closely connected with. However, it's not racist to call a con a ahegao con. You know, that shouldn't even be a fucking question. Like, that should not be something that's up for debate. Like, whoever complained about that is a fucking loser. SGW piece of shit. And you know who are bigger loser SGW pieces of shit? The hosts of that con. That should have been my first sign, honestly. It's kind of shame on me at that point for not recognizing the fact that they changed the name of their entire con due to backlash over the name of it. That was a major red flag, and I should have took note of that. However, I knew the con chair, so I knew one of the con chairs. So, you know, I let it slide. I'm like, okay, you're just appeasing to the masses. Okay, whatever. A lot of people do that. People that I actually like have even done that. So, you know, whatever. Fast forward to March of 2024. My very close associate and I were at Akeome hosting a party. And our party is called the ESFS Kekistani. We run a spaceship party crew. It is a futuristic Navy spaceship military LARP. That is the theme of the party that we run. He's Captain McInnes. I am Lieutenant Suzuki. Woozy and at Job 13. The unstoppable duo of the con scene. The host of, you know what, I'm gonna fucking dead name this con because I don't give a fuck. The host of a Hangout Con was in our party room at Anime Milwaukee 2024. She approached me. We interacted with each other. I recognized that she was someone I had known online for a few years. We continued talking. I shared some of my music with her. I showed the theme. I told her I make visual K porn rap. She invited me to not only attend her con, but to apply for a panel, apply to be an entertainer, and apply for a social gathering, which means party. They just can't call it a party because apparently hosting a party of that magnitude is illegal in Minnesota. with that, I took the information and I said, yeah, honestly, that would be very fitting for someone like me because I make music that is for adults 18 plus. And with a 21 plus con, I would not have to worry about accidentally giving my fucking flyer or my fucking business card to someone that's under 18, and then my Rule 34 shit being showed to some kid's parents, and then having to deal with the backlash from that. So it was a win-win all around. So I told her, yeah, if I can swing it financially. Granted, I was still unemployed at the time of Akeome, which was the beginning of March of last year. I was still unemployed, so I didn't know if I would even be able to swing that. But I told her, yeah, I'll definitely consider it. Move forward to July of 2024. Applications opened up for a Hangout Con. I was employed again. I was doing decent. And I applied for a panel as an entertainer and for a social gathering. Nothing happened. October. I get the email saying my panel has been approved. I got a 15-minute entertainment slot. And I was approved for a social gathering. At that point, I was looking at the tentative schedule, and not only was I approved for a panel, I was listed under one of the main event panels. King of Shinjuku. Right there. Bold letters. The main event section. As for my party, I submitted all the information. I said what the theme was. I said what the name was. I submitted the poster. November, everything's approved. So I booked my room and I plan for the future travel. December, I get an email saying that I was approved for my social gathering. It goes up on their website. At this point in time, I had purchased 2 badges. One for me, one for Warzy. I was then told that because I am hosting a social gathering, I get up to 4 badges for free. And if I wanted to keep the 2 that I bought, or if I want a refund. I said the refund would be cool. Things were great. I was also upgraded the room that I had booked from a regular room to a suite for free due to hosting a social gathering. I look at the website, there it is, a party, a flyer, a description, everything. Look at the schedule, there I am, main event, King of Shinjuku, Saturday night. It was all set, we were ready to go, locked and loaded. So, I purchased 2 plane tickets, one for me and one for Warzy, so that we could get there on time, Friday, for Akeome Con 2024. Everything was set. In fact, I had been in communication back and forth with the host, with the con chair, for multiple days. And our party, social gathering, whatever the fuck you want to call it, was up on their website for multiple weeks. Until Christmas Eve. At 7 p.m. on Christmas Eve, less than 72 hours before a Hagao-con would commence, less than 72 hours before Akeome-con would begin, I got an email. And this email said, "It has been brought to our knowledge that your ideologies do not align with the ideologies of this convention, and therefore you are not welcome here. We are taking back your panels, your status, and your social gathering. Furthermore, your reservation has been revoked, and your badges have been revoked, and you are not allowed on the premises. You are banned from this con." You know, I'm a rational individual sometimes, so I communicated back. On what grounds? I'm like, I've literally already paid for my plane tickets. I've literally already paid for my travel expenses. I've literally already made well advanced plans for this. What the fuck did I possibly do? I didn't even say that. I said it very politely, but I'm gonna say it more with candor here because this is my space where I can say whatever the fuck I want. And you know I'm anti-censorship, which is another really funny point I'll bring up. Like, why are you banning us? And they couldn't procure an answer. They could not for the life of them say one fucking reason as to actually why we were banned. Banned from a fucking con we never fucking went to. We got retroactively banned from a con that we were invited to multiple times. A con that we had a panel, an entertainer, and a social gathering. A room for badges. All because somebody spread false information. Somebody put out a smear campaign on not only me, but also Woozy, to intentionally get us banned. Because they were so fucking jealous, it eats them alive. It tears them up inside that I have the social status that I do. That I have been able to continue doing what I do. And not having to suppress my power level. Not having to change who I really am. Not having to become an SJW boring ass piece of shit. Just because I'm older now. Because I'm still the same fucking person y'all met in 2006. Because I never changed. Because I will never change. And they can keep coming for me. Because I don't give a fuck. I don't care if they try to ban me from everywhere. Because it's not going to work. I am uncancelable. I got banned from a shitty con in Minnesota that I spent $1,000 to get to. So Christmas Eve, when I received that email, and after a little bit of Not even any back and forth, honestly. The moment I saw that email come in, I'm like, this is not the same concho that I was talking to. This is a different one. And then the reply to the email that I responded with was, this is a final decision. It's not up for discussion. You were banned. Final decision. So at that point, I went to Facebook and I messaged the concho that I knew and said, hey, what's the deal? Like, what's this thing? Like, you invited me. You said it was a good platform for me. So what's up? And that bitch blocked me. She couldn't even fucking explain herself. She fucking blocked me. And I got all the receipts. Like, I have all the screen caps. She literally fucking blocked me. Couldn't even lie. So at that point, I went to the Instagram page for this shitty con, which I don't recommend. I went to the Instagram page and posted again. Hey, why can't you procure the receipts as to why we are banned? You know, you should at least be able to do that. That's the least you can do, right? You retroactively ban someone after inviting them? The least you can do is tell them why they're banned? You would think. But they just blocked me too. So at that point, I looked at Orzi on Christmas Day. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna go there. I mean, we already had the plane tickets, so why not? I looked at him and was like, I'm gonna make them ban me in person. They're gonna have to look at me and ban me from the premises in person. So the issue with this con is they rent out the entire hotel, so there will be no noise complaints. It was up on their website. It's like, but per the con chair's own words, I rent out the entire hotel, so there will be no noise complaints and no censorship. I go to every con in the greater Chicago area. I have never been banned from anywhere. My whole entire fucking life, I've never actually really been banned from anywhere. Yeah, Twitter. Back when it was Twitter. Yeah, Facebook a few times, but who the fuck cares about that fucking shithole site? I've never been banned from anything that matters. And still haven't. Because a hangout con don't matter. It is a con that masquerades as no censorship while being the most censored fucking event I've ever had privy to. And I'm in a lot of queer spaces. I'm gay as fuck. I wear that shit proudly. I look like this. And that is the most fucking censored shit I've ever been around. You want to silence someone. So, let's just get this straight right now. They want to silence the voice of someone who is a well-known brand in this exact community which they say they are wanting to protect. I can't even honestly with that one. That's like, I that's just a whole ass shit show. And I'm just like, I'm glad they banned me. I'm gonna fucking wear that shit proudly. I'm gonna fucking brag about that shit. I got banned from the shitty con in Minnesota. Who the fuck goes to Minnesota? The fuck? It's not on my. That wasn't on my bucket list. Damn. I'm King of Shinjuku, motherfucker. I got bigger and better things happening. I've been to LA, I've been to New York City, I live in Chicago, I've been to fucking all the places. And some shitty ass con that isn't even in Minneapolis. It's not even in Minneapolis, it's in fucking Minnetonka. Who the fuck go to that place? Decides to ban me. Great. You know, ban the black guy and the Asian guy from this con that's run by white people. That's a good look. That's a real good look, you know. SJWs always lie. They really do. The hypocrisy is strong with those ones. Christmas passed, and on December 27th, we flew out to Minnesota. We got there Friday night, and after checking into our hotel, which was so much better, by the way, we went to the con. At first, we were just standing outside chilling, talking to people, because nobody cared that we were there. In fact, I knew people that were there, and they were happy I was there. Then, suddenly, we decided to walk in. However, because they had rented the entire hotel out, they were sitting right out front. Con staff. The moment they saw us, they're like, no, you have to leave right now. I'm like, okay, sure. They're like, no, you have to get out right now. You have to leave the premises. And that night it was raining. So we went outside and we were standing under the little, like, you know how hotels have that little, like, awning, that little, like, overhead thing so you can stand under, like, if it is raining. So we're standing under there. We called an Uber back to the hotel, back to our hotel. And this bitch comes up again and is like, no, you guys have to leave the premises. And I'm like, I called an Uber, relax. Like, calm down. And then at that point, she's like, let me see. And so then I showed her, my Uber's coming in 8 minutes. Like, calm down. And this bitch is like, oh, well, thank you. I appreciate you showing me, and I appreciate you leaving. So then at that point, I'm just like, fuck it. Let's go. And Lucy and I whipped out a Kyrgyzstan flag and held it up in front of the fucking shitty ass SJW con. At that point, this bitch like went crazy and was like, no, you get that out of here. And she grabbed it from us. I actually have a video on my TikTok, so TikTok @Jap13. I actually have a video on my TikTok of her like grabbing our flag from us, and I'm like, that is personal property. If you take that, that is stealing. Give it back now. And she's like, we can't be associated with that, we can't be associated with that. And then Woolsey's like, we'll call the cops then. Make us leave. Like, if we're banned, if we're not allowed here, then call the cops. But they didn't. You know why? Because the event that they were hosting is technically illegal in Minnesota. The cops would have sided with us. And we would have been allowed to enter. So, they kept it between con staff. And kept just saying, you have to go, you have to go. And I'm like, bitch, we're leaving in 4 minutes. Again, calm down. Finally, the Uber arrived and we got our pics. Like, my Facebook profile is literally us at SJWCon, a hangout con, Akeome con, flying the Kyrgyzstan flag. Because we're based like that. And we always pawn. And we always win. As I got in the Uber, I rolled the window down and shouted, "So much for no censorship. You should rename yourself SJWCon with all your fucking censorship." And then the Uber drove off. The next day, the internet was wrought with rumors. People were saying we got arrested. People were saying we got a police escort out. People were saying we came back on Saturday. And it's like, fuck no, bitch. We went to the Mall of America. The fuck? Why the fuck we gonna go back to your shitty ass con? It wasn't even a thing. I would have made it so much better. Like, honestly, I know of at least, like, 4 people that went just because they thought I was gonna be there. So, I pawned, as I've been doing since 2006. Then at the end of the day, I'm just like, I'm glad they banned me. I don't want to be associated with that shit. If they're gonna be so subservient to the SJW mind virus, I don't want to fucking be associated with that. They did me a favor by banning me. Also, not gonna lie, my like After Dark content subscribers like shot up exponentially after that happened. So, thank you, I guess. Yeah, the next day was chill. We went to Mall of America, we hung out, we got good food, we walked around, then headed back to Chicago. No harm, no foul. I had a great weekend. Probably a whole hell of a lot better than what I'd had at that con. So I don't want to be anywhere that's going to censor who I am. The moment someone tells me I can't call myself Jap Trap, or say faggot, or call myself a Jap, or get all sussed out by the fact that my name is literally at Jap13, I don't want to be around you. Plain and simple. Whatever happened to taking back your slurs, guys? Like, is that no longer a thing anymore? The fuck? I'm allowed to take back any slur that was ever used against me when I was in fucking middle school. That is my literal fucking right. As a Jap faggot, that is my fucking right to take back what was used against me. And I'm not gonna back down. So at this point, I'm just like, fuck this shit. I'm going harder than ever. It's like, At this point, I'm gonna make my own fucking con. And it'll be a true anti-censorship con. And not like that fucking right-wing based con shit they have in Michigan. No. Not anti-censorship like that. It's gonna be true anti-censorship in the sense that people like me actually have a voice. Because we get drowned out by, like, both sides. We get drowned out by leftist propaganda and right-wing propaganda. We get drowned out by everybody. We get drowned out by the people that are racist and homophobic and transphobic. But we also get drowned out by the SJWs. They're not doing shit for us. They're making life worse for us. They're part of the reason the fucking centrists now hate us. Let's be honest, like, centrists are pieces of shit, but, like, come on now. They're making it harder for everybody. So that's why I'm like, fuck this shit, man. This is why I'm an anarchist. When I take over the world, things are gonna be so much better. I guarantee you. My back alley socialist anarchist policies are gonna be so much better than whatever the fuck is going on right now. Both sides. They're both terrible. They're both terrible. I have so much better ideas. At 13, 2028. Nah, but like, I'll literally go fucking take over the world. I didn't call myself the king of the new world in 2019 for nothing. In fact, I've been calling myself that shit since 2006. My original YouTube channel was @13, king of the new world, just your ordinary extraordinary, and that is who the fuck I am. Because I don't back down. I bend for no one. I change for no one. In the aftermath, there was a lot of people talking shit. Like, a lot of people was talking shit. I don't care. Good or bad, at least I'm on your mind. And being the trashy Asian that I am, I'm just gonna fucking throw down. If you come for me, I ain't gonna back down. I'm gonna fucking throw down. And I'm gonna defend my honor. Because I come from a place where I've always had to be loudly who I am. And I've always lived unapologetically. And I will continue to do so. No matter what happens. No matter what people say. No matter what anyone does. And that's what scares them the most. The fact that they're finally dealing with someone that is truly who they are. I am the epitome of everything they hate. Because I stand by what I say. And I stand by what I mean. And I don't give a fuck